obviously you got a VW or perhaps more than one?
Yes, I have 3 right now. I have a Westphalia bus, which we use quite often to camp in, 1971. I also have a 1975 Super Beetle convertible that I'm in the process of restoring. And then I have a 74 convertible that's a parts car. And then I just sold a 71 Ghia and a 74 Thing just 2 weeks ago.
I just love the historical aspects and the community it brings out. But also I love the cars.
It's coming to get motivation, see all the different types of engines out there.
So we're basically a club of people and friends and family that appreciate and enjoy Volkswagen's, their culture, the relationships we have with all our friends. We're based out of the Fresno area. We have probably 30 people to 35 in our club, and we all come together out here once a year and throw on, a big party for all our friends that drive Volkswagens and enjoy the same culture we enjoy.
Wife, we had a 73 Super Beetle back in the day, and for the last 3 years she's been wanting another 73 Bug. And we've got the standard Beetle, and we've got it tuned up, and we've done a few things to it, and found out that it was originally automatic, and it was switched to manual years ago, I guess.
What do you like about this? Is it maybe the color, just the feel of it, or what appeals to you?
It's easy to work on, and I get to learn back stuff that I've long forgotten, and that's fun.
I just got it about a month ago. I traded for a 2000 Chevy S10, and well, there she is. And we just bought her a rack, so we're putting that together and see how that goes. And well, that's pretty much all I got on it, because I don't know the history other than the kid wanted it and then turned around and said I'd rather have my S10. So I traded him for this, and here we go.
So were you looking for a car like this?
No, I just saw it and I seen the profit margin, and I see this, and they insured me for $16,900, like I was saying, and the truck was only $3,500. So I see the big difference. I'm going with the Bug.
So it's something that you might want to hold on to a little bit
I may
longer?
hold on to it, yeah. I'm not in a hurry to sell it.
Finally, I finished it. That's why I bring it right here.
It's got kind of a rocky history. I had it for a while. I just bought it because it was a nice driving car, clean car. And then somebody vandalized it and ruined the paint job. So that escalated into a complete restoration, basically. It took a couple years to do that, and this is, I've had it done for about a year now. Yeah.
So with the squarebacks, is that something that you wanted to have then, that style of Volkswagen?
The first car I ever had was a 64 bus, Volkswagen bus, and it was like 1983. And after a couple years, I wanted a squareback. You know, this was in like '85, and I always wanted one, but I never had one. And I had a couple fastbacks, but when a friend of mine had this car for a while, and I've always kind of wanted it, and he finally came up for sale, and I couldn't resist, so you know, I had to have it. So, yeah. And I love them. They're nice cars right now.
And what do you like best about it?
It's comfortable. It's roomier than the Bugs. I've had lots of Volkswagens, so they're much roomier. They drive. People say they drive more like a car, I guess, is what they say.
Tell me a little bit about the car here.
I've only had it since October. What I've done is replaced the transmission. When I got it, the reverse and third gear were out of, weren't there. So I found a rebuilt one in Maryland and ordered it. Had it shipped down here and got it put in. Now it's been running fine. That's the only thing I've been doing to it now.
Have you owned VWs before?
Yeah, I have a 1969 silver one back at home. But
what do you like about VWs? What's the draw for you, the attraction?
the draw is the body style, air cooled, of course.
So this is my 23rd year with the club, and I've seen, in the early days, we were happy just to put chrome on our cars. That made our car custom. And the hobby has grown, the investments in the cars has grown, and so now you see a world of different colors in the Volkswagens, because you have everything from like the patina, you have fully restored to original, you have original owner cars that have never been restored, and now they're appreciated with everybody. You're not just having the hardcore enthusiasts who don't care about losing money by putting them into a Volkswagen. Volkswagens actually now have value in them, so it's worthwhile to invest in them and build them in your own specific way. So Volkswagens are mechanically still an entry-level car, as they were designed to be. The trouble we're having these days is there's a lot less professional resources available to repair these cars. So you are finding individuals searching out YouTube and books and older documents to repair their own cars now. They're taking it upon themselves to restore and refurbish all these old cars and parts that go on them. As to 30 years ago, you could find a repair shop specifically for Volkswagens on any corner. So the hobby has changed in that it's more of a self-performed labor of love these days versus something you take to someone and build for them.
this is an Airstream trailer, okay, and a Volkswagen bus. The trailer is a 1960 Airstream. It was longer, okay, and I cut it in the middle to make it fit on the bus. And the bus is a 56. It was a panel originally, and the previous owner, he cut all the rear to make like a truck or something. So I just cut it a little bit more.
So definitely, as you were saying earlier, this is a one-of-a-kind vehicle. There are no two like this.
No, I mean, there is another guy building one in Reno, and he's doing a nice job. But yeah, it's probably the only one that I saw like kind of similar.
So what is it like to drive?
Oh, it's driving great, you know. It's like heavier than a bus. All the weight is on the frame, on the bottom, so it's pretty stable. It's low and it's super stable, yeah. And I have a big motor, a 1915 with a freeway flyer transmission. And yeah, it's doing good on the highway. I can cruise 65 with no problem, yeah.
And what do you like best about it?
The best thing is that I have my house with me all the time, you know. If I am tired, I just stop and I go to sleep. I have my shower, I have my kitchen, I have everything that I need.
I bought this bus when I was 14 years old, before I could even drive, with all my own money. My dad took me. It did not look like this. It was like a plum, purple, and cream. And someone tried to make it a camper, so they like cut out the fenders. They had the fenders that they cut out, which was nice. And then, so me and my dad really worked on it. I was lucky enough that one of my sister's older friends needed a car for the auto body and paint class in high school. So he took this. So I just paid for paint, which was $300. So I take it everywhere. I take it camping, every show. Just love it.
Found it up in the mountains of Weaverville. A customer of mine, I work on all different cars, and they owed me $900, and I had asked them if they had any buses laying around, and normally they're gonna say no, but for some reason they had this thing laying up in the hills. It was their aunt and uncle's old bus that they used to drive to Baja in back in the 70s, and it was just sitting there waiting for me to discover it. It was, beautiful.
So what kind of work have you done to it?
We replaced the cargo floors, the front floor, complete drivetrain, miscellaneous electrical, just shored it up pretty much. But it's a great road traveling bus.
Is that what you like about it the most, is that you take this out on the road, or what are some of the things that you really like about this vehicle?
I like its versatility and its reliability. We have a lot of split window buses that are more antiques and tinkery type of buses that are just a different vibe. This bus here is super reliable. You can drive it all the way through Mexico, or you can drive it all the way to Canada. It takes any weather. It's been on the Shasta Snow Trip twice.
front look, the appearance it gives out. That's his favorite part of the car.
Full custom. It's a long time project. It was my high school car, kept it ever since. But it took a long time to get it done. It sat in storage for quite a few years, but we just recently finished it within the last 2 years. But did a lot of work to it. We put it all back together ourselves, me and my best friend. The only thing that we didn't do to it was the bodywork and paint. We assembled the whole thing, interior, glass, everything, disc brakes all the way around, air suspension. So we did all the work ourselves.
So besides the brakes, suspension, and so forth, what are some of the other unique, perhaps, features of this vehicle?
The suicide doors is probably a big key. They don't come stock, so that's one of the big features of the car.
The car culture is huge. Hate to say it's shrinking. We need to get youth involvement. I guess at 55 years of age, I'm a middle-aged guy, I like to think. But there's kids out here. I met a young man that, driving for his first time. He's 16 years old with his dad. He came out here with his Volkswagen. And, we have several of our patrons that are original owners of their vehicles that they purchased in the 60s. So if you do the math on that, they've had a Volkswagen for 60 years. They're up in age, and we appreciate all of them. Everyone's here doing a great job. We, like I said, we have people from all over the place and of all ages and all vehicles. We have buses, bugs, Gias, Type 3s, which are fastbacks, squarebacks, notchbacks. And I know I'm leaving out some models, but it's very vast. Right behind us here, you guys can clearly see we have a 1958 23 window bus, very nicely restored and modified. You can have any kind of Volkswagen you want. There's guys with patina, there's guys with stickers all over their rides, or you have something beautiful like this that everyone can appreciate.
I've had it for about four or 5 years now, and I've just kind of been maintaining it. It's kind of a turnkey car when I bought it up in Madera, Nevada, and like I said, it's just been a great car.
Unusual. I'm not familiar with the color, but you were telling me that this is a factory color.
This is a factory color back in 1956. It's called a coral red. That's pretty much, like I said, it's kind of a couple year colored car, 56 and 57 year color in this makeup.
So some added accessories. I was looking at the rear bumper. Looks like there's an added piece going down the middle of it.
I try to keep it as stock as I could. I just think people like the stock look. I mean, besides the engine and the lowering, the spook rims on it. But like I said, it's just aftermarket pop-outs. But everything else is original. You look at the glass, everything on the glass, front windshield, everything is original glass. But it's just, like I said, it's just a beautiful car.
It's a good show, and to get an award is pretty special.
It's been 7-year project. It was my grandpa's bus, and I'm super stoked. First place.
We're tickled to death. We're just really happy about it.
We bought the car 28 years ago. We started on it 10 years ago. And my wife Debbie and I did the paint and the body work and everything, and it took months and months of a lot of labor and work, but boy, we're loving it.
And we're ready to celebrate.
We're ready to celebrate. We only have 3 miles on the car, so after this show, we're going to start driving it.
Such an honor, such amazing competition here with all the Type 3s, because it was this Type 3 deal. I'm just beside myself.
So tell me just a little bit about the car here.
It's a Type 34 Carmen Ghia, pretty rare in the country. You know, brought it in from Germany, did a lot of work to it, got it to this point, and wrote a lot of checks out to have it done.
It's a 1968 Carmen Ghia. Has a Holley Sniper EFI, custom front Safari windshield. First one in the world to have it.
69 Minx Punk, short pan, Subaru swap, full automatic trans with a Vanagon.
You've got one of the more unusual VWs with the steering wheel on the right side. Tell me about this.
I purchased it like this already, and then I just basically rebuilt it.
Parents, you know, thank you everybody for putting an award for this show. You know, thank you. I've been guys too.
What do you think about receiving an award?
Oh, I think it's great. It's the first one for this car, man. I did the body and the paint for my dad, quick and dirty, a couple years ago.
It's a 66 Ford Duplicate. I owned it for 2 years. And I've been having fun with it.
New wiring, still under construction.
You put a lot of work into the vehicle?
A lot of work into this. Also, the long drive is well worth it.
I think it's great. I mean, these guys put on a great show. Glad to be a part of it.
I'm glad that Tony and his crew put this event on, and I hope they continue it for many, many years.
Now tell me a little bit about the buggy here. I mean, this is a very much an attention grabber.
Yeah, and it's an original Myers-Meigs body. It's one of the first bodies that he did, second mold, and it's been a really fun build. It's a lot of fun.
On the last club award, Outstanding Craftsmanship, is our Richard Peters Award. Richard Peters is a longtime hot rod builder, all the way back to the 50s with George Barris and Blackie Jijian. Sadly, Richard passed away this April, but we're going to continue on this trophy in his memory, and we'd like to present it to Eric today for his beautifully built Manx buggy.
Thank you, Nick. Thanks, guys.
All right, everybody, thank you so much. That concludes our 30th annual Madera Spring Fling. We want to thank everybody for attending.
Hi, I'm Tony Kokalis with the N.O.S. Productions Volkswagen Club here at the 30th annual Madera Spring Fling. So in addition to our show and swap on Sunday, on Friday evening, we like to provide entertainment for our friends and family from out of town. We've got Friday night family night, showing movies, we do popcorn, snow cones, pizza, all provided. Just don't have chairs in the stadium. It's the only thing we're missing. Saturday night, we do pizza, show and shine at Mountain Mike's across the way. And fortunately, we have the Hermanos Volkswagen Club that also supports us by helping us out with music, entertainment, photo booths. They're a great addition to our club, and they help us out a lot.